Hey, my name is Payton and I'm doing my TED Talk today. And I chose to model my TED Talk off the TED Talk by this guy. His name's David, and he talks about how gratefulness connects with being happy. So, do you want to be happy? If so, I have a very simple solution for you to be happy. So, why I think this is relevant is because everybody wants to be happy. None of us want to be sad, like this little guy. Sad. We all want to be happy, and I tried what he says to do for a couple weeks, and I could just see how it made my relationships better. It made me feel happier and everything. So, before I start, I'll just tell you three things that I'll talk about. And the first is gratefulness comes before happiness, and every moment is an opportunity, and we need to stop, look, and then go. Just like when we're little kids. Before we cross the street, we need to stop, look, and then go. Okay, so I'll start with the first part. So, gratefulness comes before happiness. We might think that we get something, we're happy, and then we're grateful. But that's not how it works. We all know somebody that has everything. They have nice cars, nice clothes, a good phone. They have everything. They shouldn't be sad, but they are. And why is that? Because they're looking at what they don't have. And then we also know people that don't have much. They have misfortune. They don't have nice cars, nice clothes, but they are happy. It's because they were looking at what they do have. So we need to look at what we do have and be grateful, and that will make us happy. And there's a study at the University of California by this professor, and he told a group of students to write down what they're grateful for every day. And after a couple weeks, they came back and said, "Yeah, I just felt happier. My relationships were better, just like what happened with me." And he also told another group to write down what they're sad about, what they're mad about, what bad was going on in their life. And they came back and said nobody really wanted to hang out with them, and they just didn't feel very good. They're kind of sad and down. So that just proves how if you're grateful and you see what you have in your life, you'll be happy. So if you're just grateful for everything that you have, you'll be happy and it'll improve your life in many ways. So we might not think there's not a lot of chances to be grateful for what we have, but we really do have tons of chances to be grateful. So every moment we have is an opportunity. We can be walking down the street and we can have the opportunity to talk to somebody or help somebody out, and we can be happy because of that. We can get a present. Let's say we get a super awesome present for Christmas. We can be super happy that we got that awesome present, or we could be sad because we didn't get this other present that we wanted. We didn't get the thing we wanted. It's really up to you, and we have those opportunities all the time, every single moment of our life. So another way that could happen is if you see people that are walking and they're happy when they walk, and you see people that are sad. So you can just use every moment as you're walking down the street, talk to somebody, have a good conversation, be happy. Or you can just be sad because nobody talks to you because you don't want to talk to anybody. So we can always be grateful, and sometimes we forget all the many blessings we have and all the things that we can be grateful for. So that's why I suggest that we need to stop and look around our lives and see what we can be grateful for. So that's where the last part comes in, when we need to stop, look, and then go. So like when we're little kids and we're taught to cross the street, we're told to stop, look both ways, and then go. We need to do that in our everyday life. We need to stop, look around our lives and see what we have to be grateful for, and then continue with our life. And it'll make us much happier. So, in this country that we live in, we all live in America, obviously. And we have so many things we take for granted. We have water, we have nice beds, we have houses, we have cars, so many great things. Another thing we could be grateful for is we're not in the hurricanes that just happened. I have a story about that. I was at work, and I work at a customer service call center, and this lady called in, and she said that she wanted to make sure that her suits were gonna get to her house, and she told me how she was in the first hurricane and broke her neck, and then she went to her daughter's house because her home wasn't there anymore, and then she was in the second hurricane at her daughter's house, and I was like, wow, that would suck. And she just said how she was happy that she was alive and she had all that support. So if she has no excuse to be happy and grateful, we have no excuse to not be grateful. We can be grateful for every single thing in our life. So that's why I suggest we just stop, look, and then go. So you may not think that this is like you're not going to be happy if you're grateful. And I mean, I understand that. You still want that new car, you still want that new phone. You don't want to say, like, oh, I have a good phone, I have a good life. But I mean, you can get that. Just focus on what you do have while you go for what you want, and just be grateful for everything that you have, and you'll be happy. And again, I'll just emphasize that we need to stop, look, and then go.